part of the Press Play Podcast Network.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane,
This is Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action. This is Mark Wade, writer of Superman Birthright, and you're listening to the Krypton Report.
Welcome to the Krypton Report. It's that time of the month again. We're going to do our actor spotlight. And now we're kind of, excuse me, instead of just doing one actor, I'm doing a couple. Because we're at that point where things are starting to get small. And we don't have as much to talk about. So, let's get into it. The first one I'm talking about, this is kind of my Superboy episode. But the first one we're talking about is kind of funny because he's kind of forgotten, and the reason why I do bring him up is because he did actually film something. You know, compared to people like Nick Cage, who didn't film anything, were just starting. Today's actor, John Rockwell, he did. The 1950, I'm looking for the exact date, I just talked about it, and I can't even remember. 61, sorry. 61, The Adventures of Superboy, starred John Rockwell. Now, John didn't do a whole lot of films, so there's not a whole lot to talk about, but let's talk. Johnny Rockwell was born February 15th, 1938. Good month, great year. In the U.S., he is known for The Adventures of Superboy, 1961, Too Soon to Love, 1960, and Another Chance, 1989. Now, I talked about in a previous episode that I do wish that the show would have been picked up. I think it would have been really cool for The Adventures of Superboy, where he did play Clark Kent. So technically he plays the youngest Clark Kent. I do wish it would have gotten released, but I do consider it kind of something to be a part of because it was filmed. It has been seen. It can be found. Now, his first credited role was in 1960, The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis TV series. His last credited role was he did stuff up till 1965, where he was on an episode of McHale's Navy, and then nothing till 1989, where he did a role as a photographer in a film called Another Chance. And so, like I said, there's not a whole lot of Johnny Rockwell. There's not even any kind of trivia or a Wikipedia page or a lot to find on him. So I just thought he should be mentioned. Now, let's jump to our current Superboy, Josh Orpin, who is Superboy for Titans. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Josh Orpin was born April 15th, 1994, in Melbourne, Australia. He is known for Titans, Preacher, and Highest Point. So, 1994. Let's see. He is the second actor to play the DC Comics character of Connor Kent, Superboy, in a live-action production. All right, he's doing a great job. And let's look at his film credits. First thing was a short, 2017, called Dark Horses as the Groom. His first, looks like The Neon Spectrum, 2017, as Axel was his first film. He was on the Dr. Blake Mysteries in 2018, an episode as Constable Peter Crow. I did watch that when he was announced to play Superboy because my mom loves British television, so I was able to find that. And then he was in the Preacher TV series in 2019, Upright 2019, Highest Point film in 2019, and then, of course, Titans as Connor from 2019. So he only has 11 acting credits to his name. Let's see. He has a younger sister named Chloe Orpin and an older sister, Eileen Orpin. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing correctly, but that's how I heard it. Joshua completed his schooling in his hometown. He joined the Western Australian Academy of Performing Arts to pursue a career in acting. He started his career as a model, simultaneously worked up his acting career. In 2017, he appeared in the short film Dark Horses. He also appeared in another short film, You and Me and Karen. Karen. In 2019, he starred in the television series Titan, starring alongside Brenton Thwaites. Yes, he did. The neon spectrum might be something worth interesting. He is 6'1", and his hobbies include gymming, reading, and traveling. So, that's all for Mr. Orpin. Like I said. Now, the last Superboy of today is the first Superboy to betray Connor Kent. And this would be Lucas Grabeel, and that's how I've heard it. Where he played him in Smallville. But what was great was he also played the young Lex Luthor. Lucas was born November 23rd, 1984 in Springfield, Missouri. Mofo is older than me. And that's pretty crazy. He has 57 credits, spanning from, he was on a couple of a Family Guy, and has done voiceover work for Cleopatra in Space, Ellen of Avalar, Pinky Malinky, Spring Riding Free. He did 2018 in Little Women. He was Laurie. Wait, he was? I've seen that movie. No, wait. That's not the one I saw. This is the more modernized version that I probably should watch because my wife loves Little Women. In Phineas and Ferb show, he was Perry. He was in Dragons, Race of the Edge. Switched at Birth TV series. Disney Channel. DreamWorks Grabbin', Pound Puppies. In Smallville, he played Alexander Luthor. Starting in 2006 is Reunion, 2011 Beacon, and then 2011 Scion, where he became Connor Kent. 2010, he was in CSI, The Cleveland Show, and multiple things. I know him first from what you guys are thinking. Nope, not High School Musical, where he played Ryan Evans. No. I knew him from Halloween Town High as Ethan the Warlock, and then returned to Halloween Town as Ethan Dalloway in 2004 and 2005, respectively. He has some producing credits and directing credits, directing in 2009 Awakening of Abigail Harris short, and Regarding the Beauregard TV movie. He has 2 writing credits, the same 2 as his directing credits. He is 5'8", which works when you're playing Superboy, I guess. And you're supposed to be in high school. He came in 5th at his 52nd speech debate championship in 2003. At one point in early 2006, Lucas had 3 songs on the top 10 iTunes downloads. At that time, 6 of the top 10 were from the soundtrack of High School Musical. Lucas landed his first commercial 2 months after moving to LA, and his first movie, Halloween Town High, came just a few months after that. Attended Kickapoo High School, the same high school J. Kenneth Johnson and Brad Pitt attended. While in Rogersville, Missouri, he regularly attended Harmony Baptist Church, where he was part of the children and youth groups. Lucas also went to Guatemala on an annual basis with his family as part of missions for 6 years. Lucas played drums for a local church and initiated a men's a cappella singing group at his high school. Wow. He was offered a role in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but when the script called for him to kiss co-star Ashley Tisdale, the role went to another actor, Zac Efron, due to the brother-sister dynamic established in High School Musical. Zac is also in High School Musical and plays Ashley's crush. Weird. His favorite dance as a kid was the Hokey Pokey. Does a variety of accents, plays guitar, piano, dances, jazz, ballet, hip-hop, and tap, is a tenor. Worked at a Blockbuster Video in Sherman Oaks, California when he landed the role of Ryan Evans in High School Musical. And right there is enough for me to think he's a rad dude. I miss Blockbuster. But that is Lucas. He did a good Connor Kent, and I was very sad that we didn't see more of him in Smallville. All right. Well, that's our quick pop in here. We're almost out of our actors. I think we actually have one more I'm going to do. So, keep on rocking in the free world, because I'm tired, I'm Tyler, and I am out. Good night, everybody, and remember, we're going to press pause and hear a few words from our other podcasts on Press Play Podcast Network.
Hello, Brooks here with the Books with Brooks monthly book club podcast. Here's how Books with Brooks works. We read one book a month, and then we talk about it. Classics like Stephen King's The Shining, debut novels like We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang, and tons of other compelling, life-changing stories, one book and 1 month at a time. So come read along with us, and then listen in.
If you are like Tyler and James and can't get enough super talk, check out these other podcasts. Digging for Kryptonite, Supergirl Radio, The Last Sons of Krypton, the Superboy Legacy Podcast, All-Star Superfans, Superman the Animated Podcast, The Aspiring Kryptonians, Always Hold On to Smallville, Caped Wonder, The Geek of Steel, and Truth, Justice, and Hope Podcast.
This is Dan Jurgens, and if you want to have a good time, keep listening to the Krypton Report.
Look up in the sky. Yes, it's me, Sailor.
We just want to say, if you've enjoyed this podcast, please check out other podcasts on the Press Play Podcast Network. Remember to check out Krypton Report on all social media platforms. Go to linktree.com/Krypton Report. You find all of our information right there. $1 a month, you'll get extra special content that you don't get on the main show, like movie commentaries and whatever else comes out of our mouths. So check it out, patreon.com/Krypton Report.